I just gave you $4 million to buy your first home. Where are you going to put that money and what kind of property are you going to purchase? In today's global market showdown, we're going to be comparing what $4 million gets you in the detached market here in Vancouver versus Miami. As we are in this mild but wet and cold winter in Vancouver, what would life be like down in Miami? So at time of recording, so that we are all on the same level, $1 Canadian gets you 0.7 USD. So if you're an American looking to come up here in Vancouver or deal primarily in US dollars, you're getting about a 30% lift on your property purchase. I have two beautiful homes that we are going to be going through and making sure that when you get that $4 million, you're going to know exactly where you're going to want to put that money. And you can see in other different areas, in other international markets, what that same dollar value gets you elsewhere. So let's get into it. The first thing we're going to do is come to kylemark.ca. Whether you're a buyer or seller, makes no difference. If you register, you can see I'm logged in right now, but you can make a profile and you can get all of your property searches in your own profile, as well as sold sales data. So let's put this address in. I've already pre-selected it. This is what $3.88 million gets you right here in Vancouver. This property here is 975 West 23rd Avenue. The first thing that I notice is if you're looking for mortgage help or for an investment, it has multiple residences in here. So you can see that 975 on the address is the main home. It's got a basement suite, which is likely 977, and then a laneway home at 979. So if you're wondering why is there three addresses, it also has two more income producing properties on this piece of land. So this is a 7-bath, 5-bedroom home, just over 2,800 square feet. This is brought up from MLS Reciprocity. Thank you, One Collective Realty Incorporated, for this beautiful listing. And we're going to go through the specs, through the area, then through the photos. Then we're going to jump on a plane, go over to Miami, and I got a really nice property to go over there. So as we go down here, just to look at some of the specs, we can open this up and just see right now that this is priced at $1,379 price per square foot. Total finished space, as mentioned, 2812. Annual tax amount, this is important, $14,684 a month is what your tax bill is, and lot size just over 4,000 square feet. If we see the dimensions here, if they've put it up, it is a 2015 build, so coming up to 10 years old, 2-story with basement, laneway house. Really easy way to find that out is just to see how many addresses they have on their front side, and then you'll know what kind of properties you are dealing with. When we look at the property description here, present to you is this house located at a convenient location close to the King Edward Mall and Cambie Corridor, walking distance to everything, shopping, parks, recreation, schools, and public transit. This unique 3-level home offers a huge rooftop deck with panoramic views, perfect for entertaining guests and outdoor living. There are large windows and plenty of natural light throughout this beautiful house. It also boasts a gourmet kitchen with quartz countertops, high-end appliances, AC, large rec room, 9-foot ceilings, 3-bedroom ensuite on upper floor, a 2-bedroom legal suite in the basement with separate entrance, laneway house for your in-laws or mortgage helper, and much more. Excellent school catchment, Emily Carr Elementary and Eric Hamber. So you can see the railing here. So it'll have a rooftop patio, and in this area, you're likely going to get some mountain views from there, which is really, really cool. So as you go down here, I want to see what some of these other finishes are. So he has the air conditioning, fireplace insert, natural gas, radiant in-floor heating. So that's really nice. It's really efficient. It keeps you warm. And what I love about radiant heat, and even though now in Vancouver, they've passed some bylaws that the only way to get radiant heat is electric under the floor, and that can be pricey. They are wanting to do away with emissions and gas. So anything when it comes to stove, natural gas cooktops or radiant in-floor heating that is using a boiler, they don't want to do that anymore. So these are some of the last homes that have it. But what I like about radiant heat floor, and it just makes sense, when you start with heat, we all know hot air rises. So when you can have a radiant heat in-floor system, it has a nice gradual heating capacity. Whereas if your linear vents are all in the ceiling and you're just trying to push air down, obviously it's going to stay cold near your feet. So I have really bad circulation, so I love radiant in-floor heating. It is a single car garage, and here's the frontage. It's essentially a typical lot, 33 by 122. The length is actually a little bit longer than the typical, so it's nice having a little bit larger of a lot here. So let's dive into the map here. You can see the gold pin is where the property is located here, right between Cambie and Oak. This is actually very close to where I rented with a good friend of mine back in the day, just off Oak and Cambie. So I know this area very, very well. There's a lot of shopping here when it comes to, Safeway, coffee shops, restaurants, that was in the description below, but there's a ton of parks. This is one of the most popular parks on the west side. Douglas Park here is a great track, a great park for kids to play. You got Heather Park, and then in here is Shaughnessy. You got the Crescent here, and the reason why it's called the Crescent is back in the day, you'll find all these big, huge estates. They used to bring their horse-drawn carriages right around this track, but you have access to everything in here. You can see that when it comes to the area itself, it's located just a couple homes off Oak Street. Oak can be pretty busy, but you should have some shelter here from the noise, and then you do have that access to that lane for your laneway house. As I mentioned, as we zoom out here, you will be able to see some of these North Shore Mountain views, I think, from the rooftop patio, and you can see just with its proximity, you can just get onto Granville Street and head into downtown Vancouver very, very easily. So you're just on the outskirts of downtown Vancouver, but this is a very, very nice neighborhood. It's close to Women's Hospital. It's close to VGH. So because this property has, the laneway house, the rental suite, very good to get tenants in. But if you're working in the healthcare space, you're close to all of those items as well. So let's jump into the photos here so you can see exactly what you're getting for your money. So here's some of the landscaping here with the fence. And in this area, you will also have a lot of these older heritage homes that are from the time frame. So this is your front yard area. So you have a little bit of room here to garden, to have some of that green space here. So let's get inside. This is your main living. Looks like these may be automated in terms of your blinds. You have your spot for your TV. This is a 10-year-old home, so it does fall in line with the color choices of that time period. I would definitely just paint this space white. It has the 9-foot ceilings, so you'll be able to have that unit a lot brighter and seem larger. You can see the linear vents up in here. That's where your AC and your cooling will come from. And as we move forward here into the kitchen, it's got a lot of stone right throughout the whole space. So that might be a killer for some people, depending where you are. Some like the hardwood floor, some like the stonework and the tile. But with the radiant heat in-floor heating, it's going to stay very warm. So it's not going to be an issue with being cold. But if you have kids, if you're dropping plates, things of that nature, it's not going to be as forgiving. You have the brown cabinetry here. The blinds are down, so you can't really see what's going on or the views from the backyard, but then you see the stairs going upstairs and downstairs as well. You got a massive fridge here. It's nice window here looking to your backyard. So if you have your kids in the backyard, you can keep an eye out for them. Here's your ensuite on the main floor. And then going through the themes of these yellows and browns are continued onto the rest of the home here. So this is, I'm assuming, might be the primary. This looks like the entrance to the rooftop patio here. Got a bathroom, another bathroom. Oh, maybe this is not this is just a side balcony here for one of the bedrooms on the top floor. So this one would be looking north, I believe. So you're going to be able to see some mountain views, I would think. This one here is at the front of the house, and I believe this is south. So you're going to have a lot of natural light in here. You can see the nice high ceilings, which give it a nice space. You got the double vanity here in the ensuite, the walk-in shower, and the tub, which are nice being able to have that. And I love when they put the floor-to-ceiling tiling work. It makes it look luxury. It also makes it nice and easy to clean. I've always had that in my home as well, so I do love when they have the floor-to-ceiling stonework. This is going down into the suite itself, so you have a little mortgage helper or something for your kids in the future. It's got its own washing machine. The basement suite here is pretty typical of what you'd see. Looks to be nice and clean, in good condition, so you'd be able to rent this out. I'm not sure if this is a 1 or 2 bedroom. We'll see in the floor plan if one's attached, but if you're looking at a 1 bedroom in the area, you're getting at least $1,800 to $2,000 a month. Maybe that's even on the low side. Rents in Vancouver have dropped, but this is a very popular area to rent out. And what I like, it seems to have higher ceiling height in here, so it won't feel as cramped up in here. So this, I think, is the laneway house because we got some stairs going in here. So again, it seems to be very nice and bright, and you have a space here for guests and what have you. This is coming out of the basement suite. And then this is your backyard. So you have a little bit of a patio, stairs going down into the backyard. And then I'm assuming this is a rooftop patio here. I guess you have a little bit of mountain views here. Most of these big trees are blocking it, but you have this awesome entertaining space up here. You got your barbecue hookup, you got a hose, so you can put some gardening up here. And this would be a great way for you to entertain. So here we have it. That is what we got here for that Vancouver property, listed at $3.88 million. So keep that in mind when we put this in. The Miami property that we have here is listed at 2.75 US dollars. So that comes into just under 4 million. So this is a little bit higher end in terms of price, but you can just see from the photos right away, completely different. So let's go through some of the specs. This one here is a 5-bed, 5-bath, just over 3,000 square foot home. So a lot larger. You can see it's very, very beautiful. It's got the pool. It looks very much like you are in Miami. This is a 2022 build, so just a couple years old, where the other one was 10 years old, and a larger lot too of just over 6,000 square feet. So as we read the description here, we see that what's special about it: the heated pool, high ceilings, custom furniture, Sonos music system, high-end appliances. So brand new, gorgeous villa offers 6 bedrooms. So up here it's at 5. So this one has 6 bedrooms, 4.5 bath, 3,350 square feet under living, high ceilings, marvelous custom features or furniture, tasteful decor, high-end appliances, heated pool, Sonos music system, all brought together in an elegant, exquisitely designed home, centrally located 3 blocks from the design district, 2 miles from Wynwood, 10 minutes from Miami Beach. So you're very close to the beach. I know that when I looked in the area, it was quite walkable and had a good rate for that. So this has just been 29 days on Zillow. It's got a ton of saves already, 839 saves, 13,000 views. So it looks like it's getting a lot of viewership here. Thank you, Adalis Carbo. This is from the Firm Properties LLC, who has this listing. So as we go down here to some of the specs, I'm not sure, it says 6 bedroom, that might have been a typo, but 5 bed, 5 bath, dishwasher, ice maker, all these sort of typical things. I just wanted to see 6,100 square feet, total parking spaces 2, parking is on the street. It does have the attached garage. So this is what I wanted to look at. The Vancouver property is just going to have that single garage space. This one seems to have 2. We'll have to look at it on the photos. Let's jump into the photos right now. Let's not waste any time. So off the bat, I mean, this is a beautiful, beautiful home. I mean, it gathers your attention right away. It has this beautiful pool. It has the nice stairs, the lounge area here, the artificial turf, great outdoor barbecue. Look at this right here. This is awesome for you to sit out. A ton of windows. You can see all the way to the front of the home. I mean, this is a beautiful, beautiful piece of property. I mean, I don't even really need to go through the rest of this. I know which one is winning in my books today. I like that this is black and it has a nice contrast with the wood. You see the Sonos speakers here on the patio. And then it's got these accordion style doors that open up right into this big kitchen. So this is a showstopper. This is absolutely beautiful. Really nice for entertaining. It's got this great pool, the lounge chairs, all of that fun stuff. And then inside during the day, I mean, just night and day in terms of design features. It has this cool wallpaper, so you can really feel that Miami vibe just with the choice here. That last stairwell, the floating stairs, like this is high-end detail here, and these ceilings are very high. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if these are maybe 10 or 11-foot high ceilings. You have your linear vents here for your cooling. You got the speakers, but this is prime open concept living right here. This is a massive, massive space. This is awesome. You got the ferns here with Everglades feel, the Miami feel with the plants. I love that. Yeah, this is a very beautiful home. I love the entertaining space. You know, look how big this table is. You know, this is seating for 10 right here, and then you can open up and blast open these doors here. The kitchen here, black. I think right in the here and now, I like it, but I do feel like with these black cabinetry, it will get a little bit dated. It does look a little bit dated in my opinion. Not a huge fan of how this is laid out. I like the black, but I think maybe a couple design features could have been chosen a little bit nicer. That's just my own personal opinion. Again, these nice shots from outside with the pool going into the inside. We get into the front. This is cool. I like the pathway here with the stones going right into your window front entrance. You got the palm trees, and look at the bedroom here. Again, the nice feature with the wallpaper, the big bed. And I believe this looks to be virtually staged up here. I'm not 100% sure, but it kind of, to me, looks a little bit virtually staged. Again, here's the patio off the back, a nice ensuite here that you have with the full glasswork with the shower and the tub combo, the double vanity, beautiful walk-in closet with the build-outs. I don't know if I would have went with that cream color, but again, that's just me. You have a small little corridor here. I think the bulk of the living space was downstairs. You have a nice little patio off of this bedroom here, and then the rooftop patio here that looks to join both of 2 of these separate bedrooms together, so you have access to this space as well. Some of these bedrooms do look a little bit tiny, But like I said, sometimes developers or builders will sacrifice your bedroom size so that you have bigger living space here. I love this. I love the textured tile here with the black hexagonal tile. That's cool. I like that feature. And then you have that. I love when you can bring in a window into a bathroom too to get some natural light. I think that is a game changer. Love the floating stairs. Again, they've done a really good job bringing other materials in to texture it and give it some more warmth. And then another bedroom here with a double vanity ensuite and styling here. So lots of windows. This is a big space here. I guess this is where a shot of how close you are to the water. So you're not too far away from that. You have a running track here. Like I said, I'm not going to be an expert in location here in Miami, so I'd love to hear your comments below. You're just outside of some of the downtown core here. And if you are looking in Miami, I have a friend who works a lot in the luxury space down in Miami. So if you're needing a connection in the Miami market, get in touch with me. I can hook you up with him as well. So this is what we have in terms of Miami. I mean, it is very much night and day in terms of what you can get for the same amount of money down in Miami as you can have in Vancouver. And then obviously your quality of life, I think, is going to be a lot different, a lot more heat. And I think overall the culture and the liveliness of the city is going to be quite a change from Vancouver. I did want to just go over some of the school districts here in terms of and pricing. You can see here it has a graph and just in terms of what Zillow estimates this home. I don't put too much stock into this. This won't be very custom, but it does show that it is, in the middle of the road in terms of the market. If we go down here, this is a cool thing that they have, the climate risk. Obviously, if you live in Miami, there is going to be risk of hurricane, flooding, things of that nature. So you can see right here, wind factor, 10 out of 10. Insurance is critical. Air factor, 2 out of 10. Heat, 10 out of 10. Fire and flood, very low. So maybe, that could be a reason why it is priced where it is. I'm not sure, but this is something that you want to keep in mind. As we have these issues and we know that Los Angeles is burning, there is going to be these changes to insurance. There's only a couple insurance providers that provide all the insurance for all our homes across the globe. So even though you don't live in LA or you don't live in Miami, once these storms happen, we do pay the price in terms of insurance and premiums going up. So I think at some point in some of these major markets where they're just getting hammered by floods or with fire, you're going to start to see things. You're not going to be able to get insurance for these units. So here again is the home here on this grid system. Getting around, very walkable, 88 out of 10 in the detached market. That's awesome. Transit, 50 out of 10. Bike score, 65 out of 10, but you definitely can rip out to the beach pretty quick. You have your great school ratings here in terms of, it looks like 5 out of 10 for your elementary school. A middle school, 2 out of 10. So not the greatest area. I think on my last video, I was reading these rankings wrong. So not very strong school district here. You can see that when we see nearby homes and what's for sale in this area, it's a pretty mixed bag. So I know that you do want to be cautioned that you never want to buy the nicest home on the street, but we can see that just off this Northeast 50th, there's homes as low as 722,000. So it looks like they're starting to build brand new construction home, this one here as well. So you just want to be cognizant of that as well. So overall, a very beautiful home. Miami is definitely going to take the cake on this for me. We know that property pricing in Vancouver is so high. You get smaller little lots. Something such as this is going to be worth, $7-8 million, depending where it's located in Vancouver. You're not going to really see this unless you're in, West Vancouver and that type of style. But this is what you have. And like I said, for $4 million, you know exactly what you can get in Vancouver and in an international market like Miami. If any of these homes appeal to you, make sure you book that strategy call with me. It's in the description below. Can't wait for the next tour. Take care.